Well.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Sunday. Super
Yay.
Sunday.
Well, that was last weekend,
Oh,
which
well,
we may
yeah.
discuss some parts of that broadcast last week because I have had several fights online about commercials in the last week. So
I'm going to have to say this. I had to work on Sunday and very early, so I didn't get to watch any of it. I mean, I probably watched about this much of it, and that was it. My mom would come and give me updates, but that was about it,
well, we didn't care
which
about the
was
game; we
sad.
cared about the commercials.
She didn't tell me nothing about the commercials.
M&M started out great, and then we kind of went off of a deep end, and then we got it back with the Dunkin' Donuts. But if I ever have to watch Tina Fey in another commercial, I think I'm going to
you know, and I don't watch regular TV, so it was very difficult for me to watch it.
die. Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, my TV is just wasting away. I don't even turn it on anymore. Um, because like if I need the news or something like that, I've got my phone or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
else to get what I need. I don't really need to sit there and watch all of what's going on.
Yeah, definitely.
And sometimes the commercials are so bad, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't.
Oh yeah. Well, we're starting out fun today. So how about you want to do the rundown real quick, and then we'll just at the end of the afternoon, we'll just shut her down instead of doing it again. How's that?
Right, we'll do it right now.
Okay.
Okay, so on Monday nights at 7 p.m., it's the Danielle Diva and the Diva Dimension. That this Monday is going to be a panel, and it's going to be a panel of a bunch of us on Texas Front Porch. So this ought to be a good one because you know how we all are with each other. So it's going to turn out great. But then at 8 p.m., Texas Front Porch comes on with the best host in the whole wide world, myself. We'll forget Tex.
I'm out.
On Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central, it is Beyond BMR with Bigfoot Michigan Rob and his co-host Krista. On Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, it is Donnie Cho Says Stuff. And at 8 p.m., Inhumanoids begins with Barton Nunley and his wife Letitia. Thursdays at 12 p.m. Central, it is Brunch with Bigfoot Michigan Rob. And of course, at 8 p.m. Thursday evenings, it's us with Blondes and Booze. And, we've had to make a little bit of a change. So on Fridays at 7 p.m., we start 1 hour early on Fridays. It's Blondes, Booze, and the Woo. Saturday nights, we do not have any shows on the Texas Front Porch lineup as of yet. You never know when that's going to change. And of course, right now at 5 p.m. on Sundays, it is Truth or Tinfoil with Randy and myself. And at 6 p.m., it's Tex and Danielle Diva with the newest episode of Infamous Minds.
Rock on.
I'm like, I think I got it
all bills are paid. So now we're going to jump right into the fun. Everybody
Yeah, because
loves how stuff like to sneak behind a tree, don't they?
yeah, I know because when we were researching this, and we're looking for things that are peeking out behind a tree. Do you know how many Bigfoot pictures that were so fake that I might as well wear my tinfoil hat the whole show?
Oh yeah.
It was horrible. I was just like, these are not. I mean, real bad. They were just real bad.
They were horrid. They were
I
absolutely
know.
horrid. And
I
I know it's
know.
just guys out there throwing crap out just to get a click or a like or whatever.
I
But when you're
know.
trying to find people that want to do this stuff, you're like, I can't get through all the crap. I can't get all the
Right. And it was so bad that, those metal cutouts of Bigfoot, just like the silhouette,
I'm
they were
telling you.
having those poking out behind trees. And I'm like,
In
okay,
fact,
okay.
my boss, I'm going out to his ranch to set the Bigfoot silhouette up so he can try and scare his wife with it later on. So
Well, that's
I'm not going to
different.
get
That's different. But we're not going to try and take a picture of it behind a tree and pass it off for real, you know.
might. I
But we
might.
did have to dig a little bit. We did have to dig
Yeah,
some to
sure did.
find some
Sure did.
really weird stuff, in the woods behind trees or anything like that. But go ahead, Randy. Let's start off with the first one.
Oh, joy. Yay. What do we got? Yeah.
Yeah, me and Randy, we kind of spotted something that is a little bit strange with this one.
Yeah.
Um, First of all, why would you have to put a red arrow pointing directly at something that is just so obvious that it's there?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Randy said that. He's like, why would they put a red arrow on that? I mean, you can see it.
Well, you have to be directed properly. You know that, right?
I don't think anybody in our chat could have missed it. Not one bit.
I would hope not, but maybe they missed what we were looking at, which is down here at the feet. And I will zoom in a little bit more. Down here at the feet. I don't know about you, but I know what I see there.
Well, I see several things within the legs by themselves. But
Yeah.
Randy, let's talk about what you see.
I see a boot, first of all.
You see a boot.
I
There's
literally
a
see
boot.
a boot right there. As he's picking his foot up, there is a heel of a boot, and whatever this, which looked to be like outer garment, pants, hunter's pants.
Exactly. There is no definition
No,
whatsoever.
no,
And
and you can see it's such a straight line. It looks like a cuff down here almost. I know he's in, you know, he's in some leaves and such and undergrowth, but he's not going to sink that far in. I don't think.
but I'm telling you this much. When I used to hunt, I'd probably look like that a time or two walking when it was
Yeah,
cold.
I know guys with ghillie suits that look like that all the time. You know,
Right. Right.
so
Nope. No
okay, so
squirrel moon at noon. No squirrel.
yeah, no squirrel, and yeah, like Glenn says, guy in a parka. It looks like a guy in a parka.
Yeah.
Really does.
Absolutely.
That looks,
Again,
and yeah, look up here. It looks
yeah.
like the hoodie.
And there's no break from the back muscles to the waist or anything. You can tell clearly that it has clothing on.
That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like it has clothing. In fact, it looks like it's got to the point. This leg here. It's almost like there isn't a cuff there like there is on this leg, and that leg is so skinny it comes up behind that tree branch right there. See how it kind of
Yeah,
covers it up.
and who knows what happened there? Because I'm just sitting
Yeah.
there, like I said earlier when we started the show, we had a hard time,
Oh yeah.
and you wouldn't think that we'd have a hard time with Bigfoot behind trees. You didn't think we would,
Well, yeah.
but we did.
We wouldn't expect us to actually dime out our illustrious benefactor of not sending us the picture he showed last night either. But he
Well,
didn't.
yes,
So
Tex did forget to send the pictures that
yeah.
he showed last night on the impromptu show. We were going to tear them apart, but somewhere along the line he forgot. But he did have to work today, so there's no
Yep.
telling what happened.
Exactly. He probably went to bed as fast as he could get to bed. I bet.
Right, but we're going to get a hold of them pictures. We'll probably do them on the next show because some of them were very interesting. One of them I looked at and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
But another one I looked
You were
at,
talking
I
about
was
that
kind of
blown up one.
skeptical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was skeptical on another one. So we really want to tear those down.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
Randy,
Yeah,
for this
definitely.
one,
This one, I'm sorry. It's got to go. It's got to go.
okay,
Now this came out of
everybody,
Utah.
anybody
All
playing
right.
at home, put your hat on. Here we go.
Yep.
Because oh
We're
my
we're
goodness.
we're 1
Protect
for
the
1 right
brain
now.
cells. Protect the brain cells. Okay,
Yes.
just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that one came out of Utah, by the way. So
You would think they'd have better stuff in Utah. I'm just saying.
I'm not getting involved with all that crazy stuff. Now,
Well, I know some credible people in Utah, and you'd think they'd have better stuff coming out of there.
Now, this one you sent to me a little bit ago. This one's out of Oregon from about 1970, according to what the paper or the little blurb on it read. And it was taken by a hiker in 1970. But they also acknowledged that this was during the heyday of people searching for Bigfoot up in that area.
Right. So
take
I thought that this would be a great one because
Yeah.
now we've already went over the Patterson Gimlin film, and we say
Yeah.
there's no way that you could fake it. So
No, I
with
don't
this
think so.
picture, I thought would be a great way to tear it down.
And as you can see, I'm going to come up a little bit closer to it here. It's not a bad picture, even zoomed in like this. It's really not a bad picture for the time. It really
No,
isn't.
no, it
Which
isn't.
makes me beg to question, why is this one so good?
Right. Because again, it doesn't look like it was tampered with.
No. My biggest issue is this arm right here. Quite frankly, it looks like a long sleeve to me.
You're right. There's something wrong with both arms if you look at them both. It's like
And we
one
really
looks
can't see this
thicker
one
than
over
the
here.
other. Yeah, one looks thicker than the other. And that could be because the jacket's hanging down.
Yeah. But if you're talking about a hiker, maybe this is a hunter that we're looking at, and he's actually carrying a weapon that we can't see very well. He may be carrying a deer rifle. You would
It's
think you'd be
possible.
able to see it, but it depends on where it's actually going across his chest. This area right here, he could actually have it slung out over here, and it's just coming across, and that's the way he's holding it as he walks.
Eh,
It's tough to
I
say.
don't
I
know.
mean, because it just,
The hand looks really weird.
I don't even see a hand. So
I don't either. That's what I
I
mean.
don't
It
see a
kind of
hand.
looks like a mitten or
Yeah.
it being covered. I don't know. What does everybody else think?
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, look at it really close. I mean, because honestly, I can't say no though either, because it's just not enough definition to say no.
No, but we know it wasn't tampered with. But what are we looking
No.
at? I mean,
Yeah. Are we
it's
looking at mistaken identity? I mean, I don't know if the person that took it thought it was fake or just thought, hey, this looks like one. Maybe I ought to send it out to these people, see if they bite on it.
yeah. Moon at Noon says possibly a beekeeper. Mike says
Yeah, I can see
Bigfoot.
that because it's
Brian
not.
says fake.
Yeah. And Gary says, hi, Mike.
Gary says hi, Mike.
But if you look at the picture in itself, I mean, you're obviously in a spring or autumn day. You're not in cold weather.
No.
It's Oregon, and there's no snow. So,
Yeah, and it looks
and
like the sun is shining.
I would say springtime frame. Obviously, black and white we can't tell for sure, but the evergreens look nice and dark. So,
Yeah, the contrast looks good.
yeah. So I would say springtime. So Gary, look at the calves. Well, problem is you can't discern the calves at all.
Yeah, it looks like the way it's walking that it's actually putting one leg in front of the other, which makes them kind of together.
Now, another way we could look at this, and I'm looking at it, I'm thinking of them walking away, right? But I could be wrong. Maybe it's walking toward the cameraman, and that this arm right here is pushing the branches out of the way, and this is the hand as he's coming through, and it's swinging down because it looks like it kind of might be cocked. The natural cock of the arm is back toward us.
Yeah.
It could be seen
The
that way as
other
well.
Well, the other problem I'm having with it is if you look at the head, it
Mhm.
almost looks transparent.
Exactly. Why?
Like you can see the scenery in the background through that head.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't either. I mean, I'm with you. I mean, could it be due to the film? Could it be due to the exposure? I would
Exactly,
not
because
think so.
we have to remember it was back in the 70s this picture was taken.
No. And quite frankly, looking at it, you can see, like I said, you can see the light of this this silhouette right here, the opening in the field back there, you could see it right here through the actual
Yeah. Yeah.
bed right there.
But like you said though, that this is in the heyday of it after the Patterson
Mm.
Gimlin film. And is this after the Boggy Creek Monster?
Well, yeah, it would have been after, but it'd been before Legend of Boggy Creek came out.
Okay. Okay.
This was 1970, according to the
Oh,
actual
1970.
letter.
Okay. I
Yeah,
thought that you said 77.
so it
My
was in between the two. But after even before Patterson Gimlin, quite frankly,
yeah.
you're talking about from 57, 58 on. A lot of people were looking
Right. Right.
because that was when those footprints were found at that logging camp. So
Yeah.
in
And
California.
I agree with Gary, I'm sorry, says towards the camera right, knee is up. That's what I'm
Yep,
seeing.
that's what I see. I see that too. Like he's stepping toward us.
But there
But
is no, I'm
where's the
not
rest
seeing
of the
definition. Like
no,
I'm just
not
not
seeing
seeing
enough
the
definition.
definition.
And don't get me wrong, there's not a lot of definition in a lot of it, but
No,
I
no,
would have thought I would have been able to tell something a little bit more than this.
yeah. But I'm not going to rule it out. I'm just going to say
Oh
that right
no.
now. I'm not going to rule it out.
Yeah, I can't. I can't
Again,
because I can't debunk it, but I can't say what it is either.
right. I mean, because again, we got to take in, the time frame the picture was taken, and basically what we're looking at.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say I don't know, Randy. I don't know.
Yep, I'm at I don't know on that one as well. So yeah, see, what was that? Indy Southpaw. I'm gonna bring her up. This one up right quick. Yeah, it looks almost that's what I was saying about the weapon. Looks like his arm under something he's holding that is hanging over the arm. Like right
Possibly,
here. And like I say,
possibly, yeah.
could be a rifle. I mean, he could be slung, a rifle slung right there.
Right. Could be a lot of
So
things,
yeah,
but I can't say. I
we
can't
could have,
say.
should have, would have it all day long. But I'm with
I
you. I
know.
can't say one way or the other. But
Yeah, because
I
we
like.
can't tear the picture apart. That's the whole thing. We can't tear the picture apart because the picture is 100% legit.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
what's in the
Definitely.
picture? Do we know if that's legit? I can't say.
You don't. I can't. But it look. But now when you zoom out though, you see the height this thing must have been.
Yeah,
First,
very large.
he was not a small man. If it was a
No,
man.
right.
But then again, once again, our perspective, we don't know how big those trees really were. How tall were those trees? How many? You know how many cedar trees I've seen like that? Were only about 5 foot, 6 foot tall.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen a bunch like that
So,
too.
yeah, how do we know how big that tree was? First of all, but just looking at what I'm seeing there, I would bet it's a more of a large man still at a minimum. It's not a small guy. I don't think it's a
Right,
small guy.
right. So, like I said, I'm gonna lean towards it's a man,
Yeah,
but I can't say for sure, so I can't.
no,
I'm on the
can't.
fence.
I'm with you on that one. Vince went on that one for sure.
Yep.
This one I have no earthly idea about. This one came out of Mississippi. I found this somehow in a Hindu newspaper. Don't ask me how, but they called it out of Mississippi. I don't know what this thing is. I, I was looking for it. This came up and it said, remember I said, hey, my computer's going crazy. I think I better get away from this Hindustan uh, online newspaper as fast as I get away from it because I was like, it's trying to take me over. I'm getting out of here. All right. So this one, I don't know. I can't tell you what this is at all.
I don't know. I can't
I'm with you.
make heads or tails of what that is.
I
Uh,
can't either. I mean, are
I
they
mean,
saying
could
that
we,
this is an arm
no,
picking up?
no. I mean, to me, it looks like a nook in a tree,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
kind of what I was
pareidolia.
thinking.
It looks like a pareidolia picture right
I,
there. It just
I mean,
like
yeah.
you know how trees will discolor once they
Uh huh.
split.
Yep. And then you got your shadow working there.
Yeah, and I'm
I didn't.
thinking that There's nothing that says that that's Bigfoot.
There's nothing that says it's anything other than a split tree to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a trunk here, you got a trunk up here, and as you come through the middle, boom, there it is. You could see some fracturing of the tree right here, unless they're trying to say that that's part of it too. But it looks like a old swamp, and it's what this is. It's a swamp. Look at the water and stuff back behind it. This is a swamp.
Are those cypress trees?
I believe it is a cypress tree. It looks like to me.
Oh my goodness. You can't tell what's in a cypress tree until you get up on it. I've done that so many times thinking something was there and it wasn't. Oh,
Okay, World Bigfoot Central. Is that Duke? See that one? World Bigfoot Central says that's the back of a Mississippi skunk ape tearing a tree apart. It's a frame from a video. I don't know how I found a single frame of a video, but I can't see
yeah.
Mississippi
I
skunk
can't
ape.
see anything.
Like I said, to me, you got. I mean, it really looks like a split tree to me, right up the gut.
That's what it looks like to me. I mean, basing it on we've not seen the video.
Yeah, I haven't seen the video, so I'll have to find it. Thanks,
Can you
World
zoom
Bigfoot
it back
Central.
any farther?
I come out to here. Okay, he knows who shot it too, so.
Okay. So here is Hyromedic says, I thought that swamp video was proven to be a video promotion, just a hearsay though.
Yeah. And see, I've never even heard of this video at all, but like I said, World Bigfoot Central, he's saying it's been around for years. So like I said, we were just trying to find stuff that we could throw up here with trees and stuff. And we were like, this is one of the ones that came out. But like I said, it wasn't on anything that I could find other than this Hindustan paper online. I don't even know if I could read all the words that were there.
Honestly, Randy, the question is not, is this a video? This is a still picture that we have.
Yeah.
And basing it on the still picture that we have, this is what we're analyzing, is the picture we're looking at.
Yeah.
I can't tell what that is. And if it is what, what they say it is, this is a horrible picture of the video.
Yeah, it's not the best one. It's not the best frame I would have pulled out, I don't imagine.
I wouldn't have either.
Because quite frankly, you're looking at this alone. Once again,
yeah, with this alone,
you got trunk, and you got a split right through here. And you see all the discoloration at the base of this one over here.
Right.
And then you got more discoloration. So
right.
I'm sorry.
Ben T says inconclusive. I concur.
Yeah.
I concur, especially if it's a video. Yeah. Like I said, we're going off based on a video that Randy and I haven't seen. Yep. And we're going off this specific frame.
Yeah.
This is probably not the one I would have picked.
No. And this is, like I said, it's all you can see. And like I said, all I know is Mississippi. That's all I know. They didn't have
yeah, because like I said, you get in them cypress trees and they do split and they darken at the roots, especially when they get near the water, as everyone should know. And you don't know what's in those things until you get up on them. All you can see is darkness. And I've done it many a times. I've been out fishing, hunting, all kinds of things. Yeah. And you don't know what. I ran on some scary things, snakes and what have you in those. But from this picture alone, yeah. It says, thank you for making my.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
The video would add so much more context to this versus what we're talking about right now. But then again, we're talking about somebody physically went and grabbed this still out of that video and put that circle around it to make you look at that circle.
Right, because if you were to give me this as evidence, I would have gone, could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be even a raccoon in there. It could be all kinds of stuff in the shadow of the, of those cypress trees. Yeah,
everybody knows the black bears in those things too.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll probably have to try and get a hold of that video at some point.
Yep. Oh, World Bigfoot, he'll get it for us. He'll throw it at us probably. You got the email out
Oh,
there. Just
please
send, it,
do.
send us
I
a
would
link to
love
it. We'll
to
go
look at
look at
that.
it. I would love to see that.
Yeah, me too. I would love
Okay.
that.
So we're at a impasse on that.
Yeah. Just based on the picture alone. Just based on the
Yeah,
picture
based on
alone.
the picture alone. All right, which we want to go next? This one looks like a Michigan one, if I'm not mistaken. This is a Michigan one. And guess what? It's helping us out again.
Yeah. My gosh.
It's helping us out again. Somebody point that out for me.
What is that?
I can't tell you. But I can
It
tell you
looks
what,
kind of weird because it looks kind of squared off at the side of it.
well, and I don't know who's done this one, but looking at this, to me, this don't fit with everything else.
No, it doesn't. Moon at Noon says Reynolds wrap.
No, that's right here. That's right there. But we're not quite to that yet. We're thinking about it.
Yeah.
This
I
one,
mean, it doesn't match the landscape for sure.
it doesn't match the landscape, but you can see it. It does go behind this part of deadfall right here,
Yeah.
and it does kind of opaque it out. You know what I mean? It kind of blurs it a little bit. So it's not very tall off the ground. Doesn't look like to me. I'm gonna back it out so I can see how. I don't think it's very tall off
It
the
like
ground.
I said, it's looking like it's looking like some of that is man-made. Like I said, do you see how it's all squared off to the side of
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
That's looking a little man-made.
And I think people were kind of looking because they see what's right in here, and you could make out a face in there if you pushed it.
Sure, sure.
But I don't know. The healthy skeptic in me wants to say that's just part of another tree trunk.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
as
something.
we all know, you can look up at the sky into the clouds and see hundreds
Yeah,
of things if you're looking for them. And the woods are the same thing. You can find 100 things in there,
yeah.
faces in every direction.
And something just screams overlay to me. I don't know why it screams overlay, but it does.
It just
Because,
doesn't look right to me.
well, look, this whole bit. We're talking about this part too, but everybody points at this
Yeah,
little silhouette here. But this whole bit, look how squared off this is.
that's what I said. It looks man-made.
Or somebody laid something over the actual photo to get that in there. So I say an overlay. Yeah,
I'm gonna s- I, I'm gonna say whatever it is. It's not Bigfoot.
yeah. It's not Bigfoot. It's not. I don't think it's even an animate object. I think it's part of the. It's either a fake overlay, or it's part of another stump behind it around that tree.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it should be there, but it doesn't
You
look
see
like an
this stump.
animal.
This stump is in the foreground, and the tree behind it. But it makes the way they're going together. It looks like there should be one tree, but I wouldn't have thought this stump would have been as close to that tree as what they're trying to make it look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, I mean, I don't think that they overlaid this part, but I do believe that looks like an overlay to me. It's just like you said, it's too straight. It's too squared off. Even going up here to the other parts behind it, it's too straight. Nothing else has that straight of line. See how jagged the line is over on this tree? How jagged the
right.
line is on this tree? That is straight as an arrow.
Yep.
All right. And what are you looking at there, Gary? So look at the ground the log across the legs. You talk about right here?
Yeah, it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right.
No, I don't think so either. It just
I think
it's
it's
I think it was put out there to get people's heads going, ooh, look. That's what it is.
No, I don't even think that. I think it's something else, and we don't have the right view to see what it actually is. It's just from that view they thought it looked like that.
What's up, Rob? Yeah, I just me personally, I'm sorry.
That's just too squared off. That whole thing is just too squared off. That looks
I'm
like
not a
something
fan of
that's
this one.
man-made and it's not natural.
Yeah, I still lean toward overlay.
Yeah. So
Just
guess
personal
what?
opinion.
Yeah,
You got mine.
I'm going there. I'm thinking that's tinfoil for sure. So save your brain cells, everyone, please.
Be careful
And
of them though.
save the brain cells. Okay.
Okay. I like that. I like what World Big was. Proof Rasputin is still alive and hiding in the woods.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Okay, we're gonna look at this next
He's
one.
out there with Jimmy Hoffa. Huh?
This next one we're gonna look at a couple times. This one may take up the majority of the show after this.
Is it the ones that I sent you?
Uh-huh. You see what I'm about to bring up?
Yeah, because these, this one caught me for sure.
Yeah. And if this was set up, it's a very good setup. Okay. But this one came out of Canada with, what did we say, Chinese hikers?
Yeah.
That's what the story said.
Japanese hikers, I think. Japanese or Chinese.
Okay,
one of those,
hikers.
one of the two. I know they're completely different, but it was an Asian hiker that caught that.
This one, it's kind of got me stumped.
Yeah. But I mean, of course we've seen the film where we're actually watching Patty move. And we know how she's moving, and her leg never came up that high as that. But could it be stepping over something?
Yeah, she wasn't
that
stepping
I
over
don't
anything.
know.
It's kind of like the couple of years ago, and I hate to bring it up because everybody gets kind of upset about the different documentary style Bigfoot shows are out there. But I watch Expedition Bigfoot, and that first season when they caught the silhouette of that thermal of that animal going up across the backside, couldn't prove it was a bear, but it looked like it was moving bipedally, and you could see the movement as it stepped over something.
Right. But we also, the next picture is just a tad different.
Yeah. I'm going to bring this down. So make sure I don't open one up that I don't want to open up either. And this one right here. This one right here to me seems to be a little bit later on in that same footage.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it seems like to me.
Because as you can see, it's not got its leg up any longer.
No, it's like it is stepping.
Yeah. But now that you see this and you see the little blow up they did right here, which you can't make heads or tails out of that for nothing.
No, you can't. I mean, that's just, I'm sorry. I don't even need that part of the picture. I just wanted the one where the red circle is.
Well, the problem is, though, when you look at this one and you start thinking, your possibility of an arm right there and a walking stick right there.
Yeah, but you blow something up, but you lose pixelation anyway. So there's just.
Tell. With that, I don't see the same thing as what this blow up right here says.
I don't either.
I don't see the same thing.
I don't either.
As much as I zoom in, I don't think I can even see the arm that would be coming out, or the break that would make me think there was a walking stick.
No, I don't. Zoom back. Look at the leg. See the wide gap in the gait.
Yes.
Now move over to the blow up.
It's together.
That's not the same one. That's not the same one.
Different pictures. This was zoomed in from something else other than that. And that
they're not the same.
No,
they're not the same.
I agree, but that's still, even looking at that, I'm still looking at that silhouette right there, and it does not look like a ghillie suit. It doesn't look, because you can see the definition a little bit right here of the thigh.
Yeah, you can.
See a little bit of the definition of the thigh right there. So,
And you can see the bulk of it.
mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like it's wearing clothes.
It looks like it's got a solid back.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, looks like almost like silverish hair.
Yeah, there's no break from the hair, from the top of the head down through the shoulders. There's no break, as if there were a mask.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't, that one, I can't, you back it out. It looks clearer after you back out, obviously. It just doesn't belong there, It's something,
right.
You would think something's walking along the ridgeline or across the way.
Right. I mean, but the thing about this show is that we like to take these pictures and break them down with other people who may not know the whole backstories and the whole thing. My whole background is not Bigfoot, so I have not seen every Bigfoot video out there, watched every podcast or every show. I mean, my first and the primary of my life has been all paranormal. So getting into the Bigfoot, into looking at this, pareidolia is a thing that I have looked at for many years. So when I take a picture of something, I always take it in threes, and the motto I go by is, when in doubt, throw it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So if, there are other people that like to go through these and look at these too, because sometimes you just don't know, and maybe somebody else can see something that you don't. And the thing that I love about this is that we like to listen to everybody and give their thoughts on it, because maybe that you'll see something we don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So, like, we've already determined that those pictures are not the same.
No, not those anyway.
Right.
But as far as, let me bring that one back up real quick, because we're sitting there talking about it, but we never even made a determination. Obviously, I can't say one way or the other.
I can't either. I'm gonna lean on the side of, I think it's real.
I kind of lean that way as myself. So
I'm not basing it on the picture, the blown up picture that they have given, because that's not the same. It's not the same picture.
No, it's not the same picture, no doubt. I mean, it doesn't even have the same shading or anything.
Like I said, and the gate is totally different. So I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, for now, I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, what else did I grab? Let me look and see what else I grabbed.
Hey, do that one about the tree. The tree, the one we were talking about. We can't remember if we did it or not, but I think we did, but we'll do it again.
I don't think we did. And we're going to delve into the paranormal with this one. We're going to delve into paranormal with this one then.
Right.
All right. Give us some background on this.
This is the one I don't even know about. You gave me this one.
You sent me this one.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did 2 weeks ago.
Anyway, but we got to looking at this picture, and I'm like, there's something funky going on with that tree.
Yep.
And then as we started looking at it, I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, there's definitely something. I mean, but what it is, can we say? No.
Right.
Because we've got a shadow. We've got a shadow and a silhouette kind of right here.
Yeah. What does that look like to somebody?
Tell you right now, it looks like somebody peeking around that corner of that tree right there to me.
And I sure would have. Again, with me though, when it's all paranormal, I do them in bursts of 3. Andy Southpaw says, kind of looks like a little girl. That's exactly.
Kind of does. Kind of does, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And it looks like she's just peeking out from behind a tree.
Yep. And I think the first time I looked at it with you, I kind of like, I think that what's helped giving it a little bit of a vibe of that is the way this particular tombstone back here is right along in line with it. Now the part right here with the face, I can't say anything for sure, but this is helping define the torso part.
Yeah. Is there any way to get closer on that? Okay, now you can see it.
Yep. You see it? See what I'm saying? It helps define it somewhat, but it isn't
Yeah.
what's causing the look of this face coming around the corner.
But I mean, it looks like she's wearing a green dress, but we've got to look past that because it's transparent and the greenery is coming through it. So
Yeah.
that's what's giving that appearance.
Yeah. Yep. So while I think there is something still poking its head around, I don't necessarily think that the whole shape is actually part of the apparition.
Yeah.
But it does look like with Gary and Glenn. I mean, it looks like a little girl
Yeah,
looking
it sure
around
does.
the corner. I
Yeah.
mean, as I look at it closer, it almost looks like it's got a shawl almost pulled up over her head.
Yeah. Yeah, or that could be brown hair or something.
It could be.
Something. But as you can see, it is translucent. This is, as we know, full-bodied apparitions come in many
Yes.
different ways.
Shapes,
They're
sizes,
they're
everything.
they're not all full color and in your face kind of.
Now, who was that? That was Gary on there. He said that was at Brown Springs.
I didn't take it at Brown Springs. I didn't take this picture. I don't know where it came from.
Wow.
But it is
Because
awfully strange. And
I'm
I
trying
would
to
have
remember up
definitely
at Brown Springs and seeing a spot where I saw two like that around a tree like that.
right.
I'm not remembering that spot.
No, I'm not either. That's got an awful lot of sunlight for Brown Springs.
Yeah, for being up on the hill.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hang on a second. I think I got a zoomed up version of it here.
Right. But I
Even zoomed up, I mean, it looked like exactly what I just did.
right.
It just took out everything else. But I mean, on this one, I mean, it almost looks like the silhouette is even more pronounced, but it's still kind of given its shape by the background. You know what I mean? Except for the face.
I don't know. I think it's spooky.
Yeah, it's spooky. I like spooky though. Spooky's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to go with I believe that there is something there.
I do
Whether it
too.
goes straight down all the way to the trunk, I don't know, to the
Uh,
bottom, I
yeah.
don't know. But
I mean,
there is
there is
definitely
discoloration
something.
down here. There is some
Yeah.
discoloration, but not the point to make me think that it would be an actual part of the apparition. You still got the shade that's obviously showing through here as well. So, but yeah, I'm with you. That looks like something there.
Yeah, that does. It does. I mean, because it cleared it up. And let me tell you how much that scares me though. I for some reason I just don't think children are going to hang out in a graveyard.
No, I don't think anything's going to hang out in a graveyard
Nope.
because that's not where they died. That's where their
That's
bodies got
that's
laid to
I,
rest.
I mean that's nothing that we'd want to run into in a graveyard. I'll just say that. Um I mean there's always been talk about dogmen hanging out around cemeteries and things that are um evil, demonic and things like that because
Yeah.
they feast upon the grieving, taking in that energy. So when I see a little girl like that, that's scary to me. I'd have to have somebody definitely look at that with me for sure.
Okay. So Gary says there that's the tree when you come around the corner looking at those stones. And he said maybe that's the girl Tex was talking to. I don't know about what Tex was talking to, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't that around where the the headstone for the little 4-year-old girl, 4 or 5-year-old girl's at right around behind there?
I don't know.
Because if it was,
I
that
thought
was
it
one
was
of the
in the
places when
more.
I did it.
I thought the trees were a little thicker
I thought
and
they
there
were
were
too,
more
but
stones.
yep. Because I know the little girls one was back after you go up in, and it's back on the back side of the ridge a little bit more as you're cutting through one of the little paths. But that
Yeah,
little girl,
but
that area right there was very. I gotta put it. I got more electromagnetic and radio frequency activity in that area, and it seemed like I was hearing whispering, but I couldn't ever pinpoint where it was coming from.
right. Well, like I said, I don't know where this picture was taken because it was taken off the internet, so I
Yeah,
don't know where it was from. So I don't know.
negative knowledge, Batman. All right,
JD Smooth
so
says it looks like the mask from Scream. You know what? And if I saw that in real time, I might have screamed a little.
oh yeah, I can understand that.
I would have been like, "Oh, wasn't ready for you."
Yeah, see, and Moon at Noon said that the way I saw it originally. Originally, I saw the headstone covered.
Okay, and that's possibility. Absolutely, it's strange. Whatever it is very strange. Like I said, I would have had to take more pictures, which I do
Yeah,
when I take pictures. I take more than one.
yeah, you have
Um,
to.
right.
You have to. All right, I was told to check something here real quick. I'm going to check. He must have got our word because he's sitting in backstage. I ain't bringing it up because I'm mad at him. So
Is he sitting back there?
yeah, he's sitting back there.
Well, you might as well bring him up. He's got all the pictures.
All right,
I
there he
don't
be.
need
There
your
he is.
permission to come up.
Hey, here he goes asking forgiveness
He could have
before
zapped
asking
himself
permission.
right in there and not done anything.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did. Now you're sending me the old ones you had, right, Tex?
Yeah, that the ones that are the two together, those are the ones that
Yeah,
Robert took when he was on that
yeah.
investigation,
I
and
remember. I
and
remember
the other
you.
one is the
You
one
showed
I
me
took
that one.
in yeah, the other one is the one I took in Memphis.
That's what I thought. I thought I recognized the one in Memphis. So yeah, I'm already bringing those down now. The one you showed last night, though, on the show, the one with the German Bigfoot behind the tree,
Uh-huh.
we never got that one. That was the one we were waiting on. That's the one we were
Yeah,
trying to tear
we're
apart
waiting
today.
on that one. So you'll have to send them to Randy so we can go over them. We'll do those next week.
Yeah.
Well, I can send it right now.
Well, you can
Well,
send it,
we're
but
going to
we're
run
starting
out
on
of time
Texas next
now.
week. You
We're going
got
to
that
run out because
Well,
special
let's
thing going
that
on
continue.
one's
today.
going to take a while. We're gonna have to let everybody ponder on those for a while.
Yeah. We pondered on a couple of these, and then I got shot in the foot by World Bigfoot Central. He saw the video that we were doing a still out of. So it is what it is. We just did it with the still.
But like I said, this show is about what we see on the internet, which that's what we saw. We hadn't seen the video. We hadn't seen the podcast of them breaking it down, whether they be right or wrong. We're just going based on what we're looking at right now.
Exactly. And it's fun. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I don't
I
get my
know.
butt hurt by this stuff, people.
Hey,
You can tell me everything all you want.
we've got the best detectives in our chat right now.
Where?
Well, it's not you, thank goodness.
I'm in chat, but no, I ain't doing it.
We got detectives in our chat. So there.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to use
They're
them
going to
every
help us
chance
figure
I
this
get.
out. I mean,
But
because
yeah,
like I said,
so,
we had went through so many photos and they were so bad.
oh
I
God,
mean, just
you know what?
Google
Hang on,
Bigfoot behind a tree.
hang on. I'm gonna bring up just so you people can see this stuff. Okay, I want you to look, and I'm about to share this whole screen here. Okay, let me stop that one, and we're going to share. I want y'all to see this. I really want y'all to see this because this is the kind of crap we get when we go searching for stuff.
Zoom right in. Just zoom in wherever. Just zoom in somewhere.
Okay, here, let me do. Open it. We're going to do it over here, and there we go.
There, yeah, there you go.
I mean, you're talking about. Hey, Tex, does that look familiar?
Hang on.
It's
Oh, you
the
wouldn't
other
even
one
look at
next
me,
to
Listen.
it.
Was it that one?
That one. Yeah, that's the one.
Doesn't that look like what went on a
I've seen
read that
that
we had
statue
at one
quite a
time?
bit.
Yeah, that's the one from
Yeah,
and
that
the
may have
Alabama
been.
Alabama
Yeah,
conference
up
from
in
last year.
Alabama.
Yeah, they sell those.
So as you can see,
Glenn
we're
says they're
looking at a
all
lot.
tinfoil.
Yeah, the one that Lanita made.
Yeah, that's one Lenita made.
Yeah, this is what we're
As you-
looking at, everyone.
Yeah, reported sighting in California. Now I want you to look right there. Does that not look like somebody in a freaking box outfit or some crap? I mean, they even
I
put,
know,
they even
I
put the
mean,
red around the arms.
But like I said, that's Google for you. You know, if
Oh,
you really
God.
want to look at some good stuff, you know, check out these people who are out there investigating, you know, that are putting forth the evidence, not necessarily, you know, sitting back and talking about evidence just like this show, but getting out there. Look at their evidence. Just look at it. Because when,
How about
like I
that one?
said, when we put in Google, we were finding all this mess.
This is,
And it
some of
doesn't
this
make
is just like,
sense.
I just
holy
sent you a
crap.
few emails there.
Okay. I'll look at more as we go along, obviously. So, but I'm just like, oh my God, what the heck?
Brian says the one on the toilet is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that one too. I was like, really?
I like Ristel's comment. No red circles in any of those. They're all fake.
They gotta be. Well, no, there is. If you look at this one, this guy actually, whoever did this one and sent it to that I guess it's a TV station or something, KMPH, whatever that is. And it looks like they literally did a red outline of the arms and hand over here, literally outlined the entire silhouette right there.
Oh, well, wow.
It's got to be
Well,
real.
and the funniest thing is if you're reading some of these captions as they're going through, yeah, there's some that are Pinterest and there's some that are this, but some are like newspapers, legit newspapers. Some are legit news channels like ABC and NBC. You just wouldn't believe what is being put out there.
Oh, I believe it. I do
I
believe
guess
it.
they're not watching YouTube.
Well, they need to learn. They need to understand this stuff. Let's look at this one right here, the CNN. When you see that guy looking like they found a missing Sasquatch statue, but the way they took the picture, that went out there probably from somebody saying, "Hey, look, this guy's fighting with a Bigfoot."
That's CNN.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that CNN?
That's CNN. Because they were covering it as a missing Sasquatch statue that was recovered. But anyway, so
See what I'm saying? CNN. CNN.
Of all things, CNN is the
of
one
all
we got
things,
to deal with.
CNN. Right? Right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have nothing.
I don't know. You know, and talking about, you know, truth or tinfoil. And I talked about this a little bit last night, which we have to hurry up and get off of here. But I talked a bit about it last night, and it has to do with the paranormal. And a group that we like to watch is three brothers called Paranormal Nightmare, and they have a TV series they drop every Friday night. And they had a family that is all over TikTok with things being thrown around. I mean, total poltergeist activity, maybe possibly demonic. And, you know, all this stuff happening to them all the time. Come to find out, when they went in there and they did their own investigation, they found out they were lying.
Really?
About everything. But TikTok, they're blowing up on TikTok. Yeah. So we got to take that into consideration too. So
Tex
it's
is
like,
going to
okay.
get an earful here. If you I just opened one of them that he sent me. We're gonna have a talk.
Well, anyway, Randy, it is like 55 after now.
That time, ain't it?
It is that time. We're gonna have to cut it off, and we're going
Easy
to
now.
try and figure out these pictures Tech sent us next week.
Yep.
And because I'm telling you, one of those looks pretty crazy to me. So I'm absolutely enthused about looking at that one.
Definitely.
But anyway,
You know the deal, guys.
Yep, we'll see you next Sunday night at 5 p.m. on Truth or Tinfoil, and we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Bye.